Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us, we are going to take a look at the most popular Lamborghini to date. This is the Lamborghini Urus, finished off in black. They have a starting MSRP right around $220,000. This is such a performance-oriented SUV, of course being a Lamborghini. And powering this, you will find the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that is paired to the 8-speed automatic transmission. This pumps out 641 horsepower with 626 pound-feet of torque sent through that all-wheel drive system. It will propel this 4,800-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Top speed is 190. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking around 12 miles per gallon in the city with 17 out on the highway. But if you are buying this, you're mainly interested in not only having a Lambo, but you want all of those performance characteristics from an SUV that they have brought over from all of their supercars. Now, as we work onto the exterior styling, the entire front end is basically designed for airflow and cooling. There are vents going from side to side basically, with parking sensors in the middle. There's a sensor up top for the adaptive cruise, a forward camera too. But just look at the amount of cutouts with a really cool design too. LED headlights, of course, with the DRLs, really nice lines that come down both sides of the hood. Of course, it gives it that classic Lamborghini style, just retrofitted for an SUV. Now, this particular model has a set of 23-inch wheels. They are that large because they have to accommodate the largest carbon ceramic brakes to be fitted on an SUV. These are 10 pistons up front, single pistons in the rear. Very nice design, being black on black, especially with the actual design of the wheel. Now, behind that front tire, there's a really cool badge. We have the body colored mirrors, turn signal, and camera. And in my opinion, a really, really good looking side profile with all of the lines and contours that run down it. Steeply raked rear glass, of course. There's a full panoramic sunroof up top, but I think it just gives it a really nice design. I love the fender arches as well, and it just works its way to this rear very nicely. Now, this also has a spoiler both in the lower section and up top with the third brake light. Really steeply raked rear glass, of course, with all of the LED taillights, backup camera, all the sensors, even that quad tip dual exhaust. Now, this has a towing capacity right around 7,200 pounds. So not only do you have that performance, you also have the towing capabilities too. And then taking a look at the cargo space now, you can use the button on the key fob or the one up underneath, where you have a ton of space. Back seats fold down, you have adjustments for that suspension, a little bit of storage space up underneath, and then you can easily close it too. Now, I went over greater details in the full review, so be sure to check that out. But you have a ton of space considering the rake in the back to fit in a lot of items. Now, for the interior, we have Alcantara leather stitching, carbon fiber, brushed aluminum, Bang & Olufsen sound system, and even storage in the lower section. So it is a beautiful design, and that carries its way to these seats with Lambo up in the headrest, all of these stitching. Let's take a better look at this back area though, with these seats down. You can see just how large this is. There's tie-down hooks too, so you can secure items, and then you can lock that back into place. Now, at 5'10", I have plenty of space. There's storage pockets along with air vents. You even get two 12 volts and all the climate adjustments that you can go through, of course. Now, there's the armrest in the middle. There's also two cup holders, and then you can even fold down this middle seat individually if you want a little bit higher of an armrest, or you just need better access to get through. And we have Alcantara for the headliner, which is a beautiful touch. Now, the door panel up front is very similar, of course. All the memory seating adjustments though, the rear liftgate release. The side mirrors are also heated, all the window adjustments, and then more of the same trim materials. And a beautiful design for these front seats with all the automatic adjustments down on the side. And we have a solid leather steering wheel with the colors down below, brushed aluminum, massive paddle shifters too. But let's fire this up so we can go over the rest of this information. Where you'll see on the digital gauge cluster, far left and right, there's engine temperature and fuel level. We're looking at the tach front and center, along with what gear we're in, the driving mode, miles per hour, and then there's additional information on the left and the right. In order to go through all of that, simply just use these controls on the left side of the steering wheel, and we will start on this left side where we can scroll through a good bit of info to monitor all of that as needed. We can also go into Bluetooth, look at any notes, and then the navigation, which can be pulled up. You can zoom in and zoom out. Now over on the right side, just by clicking on the view button, you can go through a lot more info and just have that fixed. So whatever basically you want to have pulled up on that right side is where you are going to leave it with that info. So it's nice that you can scroll through all of that. We have a favorites button along with Bluetooth and voice commands, volume and tuning, the massive paddle shifters, of course. And then over on the left side, headlight adjustments along with carbon fiber brushed aluminum. You'll notice too that all the air vents are in that hexagonal pattern, which is very similar to the seating or the stitching in the seats. Alcantara leather covers the entire dash. 2 air vents are right in the middle. And then for this upper screen, all of this information on the left side is fixed. So you can quickly get into all of this. And then on the home screen, you have a lot more to go through. If we go into Urus, we can go into the driving modes, so Strada, Sport, Corsa, Neve, and the Ego there. And then we also have the seats, AC, driver assistance, and all of your lights. So pretty simple, but it's very easy to go through. Very identical to Audi SUVs with the layout for this info. Traction control, hazards, and some defrosters are just underneath that. And then there is a secondary screen. Engine start stop, along with downhill assist. There's the lane keeping assist. You can even pull up favorites for your nav, so you can quickly get to those. There's garage door buttons. You even have info for the head-up display, and then you can shut that upper screen off if you would like to. Now underneath that, all the climate adjustments along with the heated seat controls. You have fan speed, temperature, where you like the air to go. You can even get access to the rears, so you can adjust those for your kids or whoever's in the back. Heated steering wheel is also located there. Power and volume and tuning for the radio, and then check out the fighter jet-like controls for the driving modes, your gear selector, and how you want the vehicle to drive. So we are currently in Strada. Now we can go into Sport, where the gauge cluster will change. The next one, you will see it change one more time, and then we have a 4th one where it will go to the off-road settings there. So it's really cool. The exhaust note will change as well. And right in the middle, you saw the engine start stop. There's park. Reverse is by pulling on the massive switch on the top there, where you have a ton of different angles. You can see the rear view as well, and then go into the 360. So you can go around the entire vehicle with that top-down view. Now, on the far right side, there's the manual setting, but there's no drive. In order to put this into drive, just pull on the right paddle, and then you can see 1D. If I push on the M, now it's 1M. So now you can activate those paddle shifters. And then on the far right side, we have the last driving mode, the Ego, and then we have a few different settings here that you can change. You can go between medium, smooth, and supportive for the suspension, the steering, and how you want that all-wheel drive system to react, which is very cool. There's 2 cup holders, along with the parking sensors, e-brake. You have the engine start stop, as well as the driver assistance, which you can activate to your liking. A little bit of storage in the middle with the wireless charging pad, and then plenty of room over on the glove box. Lamborghini is also spelled out. We have the touch sensitive dome lights up top, panoramic sunroof, and a good bit of visibility. So let's go ahead and get the most popular Lambo now out on the road. Let's pull on that paddle, and from second gear, here we go. And this gets up and moves. I'm not doing anything to its full potential today, of course. I couldn't imagine even being able to take this on some mountain roads. This is such a performance-oriented SUV. For its weight, you wouldn't really even think that either. Shifts are so quick too. I love the paddles, and if you pull on both paddles, that goes into neutral. So that's how you can rev, let go of the paddles, put it back into gear, and you're ready to go, which is pretty cool to see. You see that in a lot of supercars that have paddles, but it's brought over to the Urus here. So now you can see what it's like to be in the driver's seat of this $200,000+ SUV. It is a really cool SUV to the market. Lamborghini was the first to introduce an SUV in the supercar world. And now, of course, we have other companies that are competing with it. I'm not sure the numbers on sales, but I see a lot more Uruses than I do other supercar SUV brands. And it's just a popular company. They know how to make cars and they suit them well for someone looking for this type of vehicle. And I don't think you can go wrong with a Lamborghini. Let's put it back into Corsa. There's pops in that exhaust. I don't know if the camera can hear it. But yeah, the Lamborghini Urus. Now you have some more options for the 23-year model with the S and the Performante. So if you desire having a more raw feeling, track focused family SUV, you can get the Urus Performante and take your kids to the track and have a lot of fun. So it's definitely a sweet vehicle to be able to drive and check out. But that's going to wrap it up for this Lamborghini Urus. We're basically in the base model. Huge shout out again to 704 Exotics for providing this for me today. Check out their website. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And consider smashing that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.